Hi everyone, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Um, I hope that you were able to really sit and think about some of the things that you are thankful for. I know that a lot of times we get so caught up in, you know, cleaning or cooking or whatever's going on, and we tend to forget that some of these holidays, we really have so much to be thankful for. The Lord has given us so much, but I haven't been sharing as much as I've been wanting to because we've been so busy here. And also, I'm not sure if I ever really mentioned this in any of my previous videos. Um, I've been meaning to do a personal testimony video to kind of give my salvation story and also a little bit about who I am, where I came from, and everything. But I have Lyme disease, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Lyme disease before. It's a very difficult illness, and some people never recover from it. But for me, I have really good days and I have bad days. And with everything that's been going on with the holiday season and the things that we've been trying to do, it's really taken a toll on me. And I wasn't really feeling like I could share some of these dreams with you guys because I get a lot of fatigue, physical, but also mental fatigue, brain fog, that kind of thing. And then I can't communicate how I want to. And so just bear with me if sometimes it seems like, wow, she could have said that like way faster than she did. It's taking her like 5 minutes to say something that would really only take about 1 minute. It's because of the brain fog, and I just struggle with that sometimes. I don't want your pity. I just want you to understand maybe why I am the way I am. But there was a dream that I had back November 13th. And a little backstory to this. My husband and I, my husband delivers through DoorDash as like a second job, a part-time job that he does for a little bit of extra income. And I'm usually there with him. I don't drive for, health reasons. I don't drive, but I usually will go with him and kind of help him if there's a big order or whatever. But so you needed to know that because of the dream, because in the dream, which was kind of interesting, in the dream, I was actually driving, and in the dream, I knew that the reason that I was driving was because we decided to both DoorDash for a little bit of extra money in the dream. And in the dream, I had the nicer vehicle and he had the older one. And I remember, thinking that was so sweet of him to let me take the nicer one. And in the dream, I had already picked up the order, somebody's food. And I think it was Chinese food, actually. But it was already in the car, and I was heading to the destination, which was Virginia Beach. I live coastal Virginia, and this location was in Virginia Beach, which was a little bit further away than normal. And also in the dream, which was weird because I don't normally have to take a bridge to get to Virginia Beach. In the dream, I did. I had to take a pretty long bridge to get there. And as I was going over this bridge, all of a sudden, there was some traffic ahead of me, and the cars were all just kind of stopped. But for some reason, I could not get control of the vehicle. I lost control. I did not have brakes. I was going really fast, like it was almost like the car sped up. It was like really, really fast, really crazy. I was trying to avoid vehicles, and I ended up kind of like plowing through in between and through a whole line of traffic. And I was going so fast in this dream, which is not very realistic. But I veered to the left, and I actually broke through the barrier on the side of the bridge, and my car was like flying through the air, and I hit the water. And the back of the vehicle started to sink first. So the top of the car kind of was like raising up a little bit. And I was absolutely panicking in the dream. I was freaking out. And then in the middle of my panic, all of a sudden, I heard the Lord speak to me. And he said, not to be afraid, to take off my seatbelt, to roll down the window because I still had power somehow in the car. I don't know how that would actually work in real life, but in the dream, I still had power as the back of the car was like sinking. But I don't know how any of that would work, but I'm just saying. So he said, take your seatbelt off, roll down the window, and climb out and swim to the shore. And so instantly, all of that absolute panic just went away. It was just like I was totally calm. And so I did what he said to do. I took my seatbelt off, and I reached over and was I pressed the button, and I was rolling the window down. And I remember my hands were shaking really badly, even though I was like level-headed from the adrenaline. My hands were just shaking. And I crawled out. And something to tell you about this also was in the dream when I was on that bridge, and even when my car hit the water, and even when I was sitting there in the driver's seat and the Lord was speaking to me and I could see out the window, it was completely bright outside. It was daytime. You could see what was around you. But it was like the moment I got out of the car and I was swimming, suddenly I realized it was like pitch black outside. I could not see. So I don't really remember how that transitioned because it was so quick. I just noticed it. I didn't sit there and think, "Oh, that's weird. It was daylight, now it's night." No, I mean, it was just like the dream just continued on. But it was just totally dark. I couldn't see. I could not see the bridge. I could not see the shore. And I was just surrounded by darkness in this water. And that is a very scary feeling. And, for like a moment, I suddenly was thinking, I wonder if there's, stuff swimming around in this water, which I'm sure there is. And I'm like, that's a freaky feeling. But I dismissed it really quickly. Like, no, if I think about it, I'm just going to freak out. I'll probably drown. So the Lord then spoke to me again in the midst of my fear. And he said, swim straight. Just swim forward. Which, I mean, I couldn't really see what was straight, but he was saying swim straight ahead, swim forward. And so I'm like, okay, and I was doing, these big strokes as I was swimming, and every time I would, swing my arm around as I was swimming, I would really stretch my fingers out in front of me, and I just kept going and kept going and kept going. until finally I reached my hand out, and as it was coming down through the water in front of me, I felt shallow ground. And so I was able to just swim a little further and climb up onto the ground. And I remember being so relieved when I got onto the shore and I climbed up on that muddy bank, and the Lord had protected me. And more stuff happened after that dream that was more on a really personal note. So I don't feel like I should share all of the rest of the dream, but that part I really did want to share with you because it was just once again like another dream that I had that the Lord was like intervening and saying, trust me, do this. He was guiding me in ways that, only He can. And it was so comforting, and it was like stabilizing. It was like my anchor, my rock, my foundation, which is everything that He is. And the Lord keeps His promises. If you have never read the book of Psalms, you really should. It is so good. Of course, the whole Bible is amazing, but the way that the Lord helped David is just, it's so good. And it just kind of reminded me of that in a way. But I'm not going to get into like telling you what you need to read and all of that. I wanted to share that first part of the dream with you because it was very comforting to know that there are some really dark times coming. And you probably thinking, well, we've already been going through some dark times. Oh, I know. This year has been rough. But there are darker times coming. I truly believe that. Soon, very soon, which is why the Lord has been pushing me to share these videos, which is totally outside of my comfort zone. But I think that's part of the reason why. He has messages that you need to hear. And if you are living your life for Him, if you are repenting of your sins every single day, and you are, trusting in the Lord, and you are cutting out the things of this world, and you are, asking Him to cleanse your heart, and you are having a relationship with Him, then He will intervene for you. He will work in your life. He will protect you. He will give you messages. He will do so many miraculous things in your life. I'm not saying that you won't ever go through hard times. I'm not saying you won't ever go through a car wreck or a crash or be surrounded by darkness in a really scary situation. But He'll be there with you. He'll be there with you, and He will never let you go through anything that you cannot handle through Him. So I just really feel like I needed to share that with you. And I'm not going to keep dragging this on anymore, but I do have some more videos I need to share tonight. But I don't know. I hope that this helped you in some way. All right? Bye.